From the moment you step through their gates, AA Farms places your safety first with rigorous biosafety, careful spraying, disinfecting visitors to prevent the spread of diseases.
Hello viewers, welcome to AA Farms. I'm Benedict Ssenkungu. AA Farms is located in Luigare district, but our main offices are here where we are today at Nakisunga in Mukono district.
Thank you for having us. Could you tell us about the core pillars operating at UAA Farms?
AA Farms deals in pig farming, and our core programs, number one, we have the central farm program. That's where we have the breeding stock. That's where we have the laboratory, because we do process our semen, and that's why we have the hybrid boas, where we get semen that we serve to our mothers. Then the second program, it is the weavers program. This program came about after dealing with these weavers who weave baskets for us. So in order to help them improve on their income, we also decided to give them some pigs, of which they raise those pigs and we manage the entire process. It also helps them to add on their income. Then the third program, it is the village pigs program. This one, at first, we first bought pigs from different villages. We were just like scouting them, but we noticed the kind of the pork we are getting from those pigs, it wasn't good. Secondly, people were ignorant, or farmers were ignorant about the feeds to give their pigs, as well as other pig farming practices. So then we decided to come up with a program of training them so that they can improve on their breeds and even knowing where to get the genetics, as well on other pig practices, so that they can improve on their farming practices.
According to Ben, two fundamental pillars underpin a successful piggery venture: superior genetics and professional trainings.
Now, as a farmer, if you want to enter into pig farming, what do you need to know? The first thing before you do anything else, you need to know genetics. So today we are going to talk about genetics.
In piggery, we have different types of pigs. Types of pigs, we mean breeds of pigs. So among them, we have Poultry, we have Duroc, we have large white, we have landrace. Of course, these are different types of pigs, and there are different breeds of pigs. So each of these types, we have great-grandparents for each of these ones. So from the great-grandparents, these great-grandparents produce the grandparents, or the GPs. So these GPs, we use them to produce F1s. F1s is like the first generation from these grandparents. So pig genetics, generally, pigs are categorized into two. There are two categories, as we can see here. So we have the commercial, and we have the maternal. Let me call them lines. So the commercial lines are the same as paternal lines. Maternal lines, we can call them the mothers. So from the maternal lines, we have only two types of pigs, or two types of breeds, and that is the large white, and we have the landrace. So these pigs we are talking about, they are not native pigs. They are pigs from outside Uganda and probably outside Africa. So we are using these pigs, the large white and the landrace. Of course, how do you identify a large white? A pure large white has erect, small and erect ears. Okay. The ears are small, but also erect. Erect, I mean they are pointed up. They are standing. So this pig, of course, is white. This pig has its face ditched. It has a short and ditched face. Ditched, I mean, is like more of having a curve face. So, in short, these are some of the few features which you can use to identify a large white pig. For the landrace, for it has large and droppy ears. They are large and droppy. Actually, they almost cover the whole face. Itself is white as well. And its face is straight and long. So this is how we can differentiate between these two breeds. Pigs called the maternal lines. These pigs, they are called the maternal lines because of their ability to produce many piglets. They have the ability to produce many piglets. They have the ability to take care of the piglets, and they have the ability to produce enough milk to nurse these piglets. So basically that's why we select them as mothers. When you go to their meat quality, they have poor meat quality. Their growth is just okay. They grow very fast, but they are not very good at meat production. Still, they are not very good at disease resistance. These two lines. However much these pigs, they are called the maternal lines, and they are the ones we are using for. They are the ones which are. We've said they are supposed to be used for reproduction at farms. Worldwide, we are not using these lines, the large white and landrace. Worldwide, and at some of our projects, farms, we are using a cross of a large white and a cross of a landrace. The offsprings from this cross or from this mating, they are the ones we are using to produce piglets, which we are selling to the market. So when we get a large white and a landrace, of course we pick female and male, or male and female. The offsprings here, it is the first from the maternal lines. Like we have GP, large white, and the GP landrace. So why are we saying these are the best mothers? But we are saying we are not using these ones for breeding at farms as they are in their pure form, of which this is 100% large white and this is 100% landrace. Yes. So the large white is known for its ability to produce a lot of milk. And its fast growth. Then the GP is very good at producing many piglets, and it's high or good mothering ability. So, why did after a lot of research, we decided to cross these two pigs, and when they were crossed, we realized that these pigs, they bring together their characteristics. It's like they share. So, meaning the piglets from the cross of these two, they have brought together. It's like this one brings the quality of producing many piglets, and this one brings the quality of producing a lot of milk, and these ones manifest in the offsprings. So when we cross these two, we get the first generation, which is an F1. The F1 is the pig which is used worldwide on breeding farms for producing. Because of, so when we cross a GP large white, GP is a grandparent, large white, and a GP landrace, let me say LR. What we get here is an F1 generation. An F1 is a hybrid. So usually these pigs are imported, and there are very few farms within who produce these pigs. So according to the company, I mean those ones which are imported, these pigs are assigned different names. This is the pig PIC. PIC is Piggy Improvement Company. It calls it Cambra. The same pig, Choice Genetics, calls it CG36. So depending on the company which has produced it, they are called different names. These pigs have the ability to produce over 18 piglets. So it's their litter size. We can say from 18 piglets to 24 piglets. They have breasts according, of course, with the breast thing, it depends on the selection when you're selecting which ones are going for breeding, but they have up to 18 teats. Of course, from 14 to 18 teats. So usually we select those ones with the highest number of teats. These pigs have the ability to produce a lot of milk to nurse these piglets. They are very good at disease resistance. They grow faster. They have this characteristic of growing fast. So their offsprings. So our F1s, which is a cross of a GP large white and a cross of a GP landrace, they are 50%. They are well balanced. 50% genetically, they have the blood of their mothers, the GPs, large white and the GP landrace. So at first these ones were 100%. So after crossing or after mating, we have they contribute 50 to the offsprings. So these F1s are 50 large white and they are 50 landrace. Large white 50 and 50% landrace. So that's why they are used as the breeding stock on many farms. So after looking at the maternal lines, then we come to the paternal lines or commercial lines. Among these ones are commercial or paternal. Their purpose, they serve the purpose of pork production. They are good, they are best fathers, or they are best at putting on meat. And the meat is lean meat. It's actually not meat, it's pork. Yeah, with piggery, with pigs, we call it pork. So, their pork, their rate to convert the feed into, their ability to convert the feed into meat, pork, is very good or is very high. They grow very fast to the extent that by 22 weeks, which is 5 months, these pigs are in around 104 kilograms if everything was taken care of well. So, among the paternal or commercial lines, we have the Pietrain. Actually, okay. Pietrain is the type of pig which we just differentiate by its color, the skin color, of which it is black. It has black spots and white spots all over the body. Of course, each pig here, among these paternal lines, they are all muscular. They are all muscular. They have real muscles. You can see that the pig is big. So we have Duroc among here. Duroc, its skin color is red. It's red. Some of us, we call it brown, but it's documented as red. Then for it, its ears, they are somehow curved. They are big, but curved. The tip of the ears are curved. Big and curved tip of their ears. So, they have that characteristic they share of masculinity. So, these are pure breeds, Pietrain and Duroc. But among the commercial breeds, we have lanes. Let me say we have synthetic boas here. Synthetic in a way that they were somehow, they are as a result of crossing. So among these ones we have PIC, and of course they are named after the companies. It's the company which made it is responsible for the name behind the pig. So there is this PIC, it is Pig Improvement Company, lane 337. It is believed that 337 crosses took place to come up with this pig. It is white in color. Then the same line, it is a synthetic line, PIC 410. And again, according to the company, still, this Duroc for PIC is called PIC. So, this is the Duroc for this company, PIC. It's called the PIC line 800. So, still among the synthetic lines, there is a P90. A P90 is for choice genetics, if I'm not mistaken. Choice genetics. It's also a commercial line. It's also white in color. So the same company has a P26, but a P26 is their Duroc. It's the Duroc for this company, Choice Genetics. So it has the Pietrain. So P81 is the piggery for this company. Of course, there are many more other companies like the Nucleus, there is the Dunbread. All of them have different lines, but what is most important is knowing that there are commercial lines and there are maternal lines. Of course, like we said at first, we've looked at our commercial and the maternal lines. Now, if we have the F1s, remember we've said these ones are good mothers. In the breeding section, we are using these F1s to produce porkers. So it means we are going to use our F1s being best mothers and cross them with any commercial line. Of course, we've seen the commercial lines available. Actually, all the commercial lines I've talked about, they are available in Uganda. Not as they are available as boas, but to most of us or most of our farmers, they are available in liquid form, and that is semen form. So when we get our F1, which is 50% large white and 50% land race, and we cross it with one of the boas from this side, which is commercial. Let me say piggery. Let me say Duroc. It means the offsprings which are going to come out of this cross, they are F2s. Like I told you, F is filial generation. It's a filial generation 2. So these are F2s, but we can say they are F2s commercial. These pigs are 50% commercial and they are 25% large white. Let me see. They are 50%, these F2s. From this side we have 25% large white and 25% land race. So from this side we have 50% commercial. Or let me say, in this case, let me use the piggery. So these pigs, they are ideally meant for slaughter. They are ideally meant for pork. But so you find that most of our farms or our pig farmers are using these pigs as their breeding stock, because these ones are cost friendly as compared to this F1. And these ones, their litter size will range between 8 piglets to 10, 12, let me say 12 piglets. But of course, these pigs, remember, they are not meant for producing. So it will give you 8 to 12, sometimes they even go to 14. But raising, you end up raising about 10 piglets. Because of the issues, why are they not good mothers? Or why are they meant for pork? These pigs don't have the ability to produce enough milk for nursing their piglets. These pigs are usually rough on their piglets. In most cases, you find that they are not very careful when they are sleeping to breastfeed. They end up crushing the piglets. We are not saying that some of these behaviors like crushing piglets are not in the F1s, but here it is almost a routine, but here it's very rare from the F1s. So These pigs sometimes even you may find that it gives you, we've given 8 to 12, but sometimes it can produce 1. You just get a chance to get a pig which will farrow these piglets. Actually, this is the best from this side. So, these very pigs, you find that it can produce and it has no milk completely. There is no milk. So, you end up losing everything. So, if a farmer has gone ahead to get this F2 and cross it with the another, let us say from this very commercial side, remember it is 25%. It is like this, 25% large white and 25% landrace. Here it is 50. So if he has used any commercial line from here, it means if it is piggery, piggery again will bring its what? Percentage. Of course, the result of crossing here is an F3. It's the third generation. Remember, so we are going to divide this by 2. So this one is bringing 12.5, and this one is bringing 12.5 again. So from this side, this is 25. It means if you use the same piggery, we have 75%. So ideally, you see that this one would be the best pork, because it is almost getting to 100% pork quality. The best pork would be this, but because of the challenge here, the mother which is supposed to produce this, it's not advisable to go for this, to produce this. It's advisable to use this to produce this. So it is not advisable for our farmer, though we've said this is the best at 75%, it's the best pork, but because it comes from this F2, which is not the best mother, it has many challenges, like I talked about, the milk, the small litter size. We advise the farmer to use this one. So you have to use the F1 because of its advantages. It will produce, it has a litter size which is bigger. Litter size, we mean many piglets. It has milk to take care of the piglets. It will rarely crush the piglets. So that's why we advise still the farmer, if they can afford, to go for an F1 instead of an F2. So we've seen crossing an F1 with the commercial line. So there are some farmers now that semen, we have semen in the country for commercial lines and maternal lines, depending on your production goal, because some people have majored in producing piglets, which has they have majored in the breeding program. They are not looking at pork. So for those ones who are looking at this is the program for those ones who are looking at pork. But those ones who are looking at reproduction or the breeding program, for our farmers who cannot afford this F1, as we said, it is very expensive and not readily available in the country. So those ones who are looking at producing piglets, which are supposed to be used for reproduction, you should look from this side. You have an F1. Let me say you've imported one or you've acquired one. From this side, you should look at using maternal semen. Yes. So for now, we can stop at that because of time. But in the next episode, we shall be talking about